Hey guys, welcome to the Hersey House. I'm Jeremiah Hersey. Today we're going to be talking about using variables and why that's a good thing and why you might want to use these in the future. So let's take a look at make.powerapps.com. So this is an app that I created. Just basic, if you select the park, the inspections come up, but I'm not really focusing on the app today. Today we're going to be talking about why we want to use variables. So let's say, for instance, I created a new screen. Just delete this one real quick. So I'm going to create a new screen and I want it to look like the first screen, right? So I'm going to manipulate, I'm going to copy some things over to generally make it look like the first screen. So we're going to go up here to new screen, just choose blank screen. And the cool thing about Power Apps is you can actually just copy and paste Control C, Control V, and bring items in from the other gallery or from the other screen, excuse me. So I'll select my name and picture, Control C. We'll go over to screen 2, Control V. We'll paste it. And it's there. All right. And then we'll go back to screen 1. I'm going to grab my header, copy it, and paste it. Now, as you can see, it kind of covers up the picture. So what you want to do, just like you would in PowerPoint, right? You're going to reorder it by right-clicking, and you're going to say send to the back. And you'll notice that now my picture and the words come to the front of that so that we can see that. All right, let's change this to say screen 2. Okay, it doesn't matter. We're not really building an app in this video. I'm just showing you the purpose of using variables, right? So let's see. And then my background color right here is just green. So I'm going to go up to the fill property. You can just type in green. There it is. Remember to use the tab key. The tab key will grab that first row and put it right in there so you don't have to type the whole thing. So generally speaking, right, we got the background color, we got the header. So here's the purpose of variables, right? So if I were to change this header right here to a different color, we're going to go to the fill property over here in the property drop down box. And notice that it's blue, right? And so let's say I wanted to change this to red, for instance. Okay. So notice if I change that to red, which this looks awful right now, but you get the idea, right? It changes this color. But if I go to screen 2, notice that this doesn't change. Even though I copied it over from the original screen, I'd have to, if I had like 6, 7 screens, I'd have to go through each individual screen and change the color. Super annoying, right? So we don't want to have to do that. So what we're going to use is a variable. And what a variable does is it sets a particular item, color, email, whatever you want to do, and it makes it so that you can call out to it. So if you change the variable, it changes across the whole thing. So it makes it super nice, super convenient if you want to change especially what I call themes, right? We create our own kind of theme color in this. There are some themes that you can choose from. They're not very dynamic. So I just kind of choose my own color palette. But let's go in here and let's take a look. All right, so in the app tab right here, okay, I've already put my variables in, but I'm going to walk through what they are, right? So this first thing right here is the set key. So we're going to tell it we want to set a particular item. Okay. The next part is, notice up here the IntelliSense kind of tells you what you're looking at. This is the variable name, right? It says right here the name of the global variable, what you want to call it. So this could be anything that you want to reference. I typically use VAR for my variables and then whatever they are kind of after, just to make it easier for me to call out. If I know I'm going to be using a variable, I type in VAR, I get my list, and it makes it super easy. So the next part is, for this case, I'm using a RGB. Now that's red, green, blue, and A is the transparency. 1 is the loneliest number, but in this case, it's the one we want right here at the end. This is the transparency part, so put a 1 right there. And you can search these RGB colors. I mean, you can go on the internet. ColorHex has some RGB colors for you and some code. There's really a lot of options when it comes to this. You really choose what's best for you. So then we have our values, right? So it says red value, green value, blue value. So these are some that I chose. Once again, you can choose whatever RGB, that's your color. You can choose whatever color code you want for your variable. So that's right there. So notice I have a background color, a header color, a core color. And then remember I said you can use variables in a lot of different ways. In this case, I set var user to be user.email. User.email is going to return the value, but the issue is a delegation warning that we come across in a filter set, and I'll go over that in a different video. For today, we're just talking about general color variables so that you can take it across the whole screens and the whole app. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, now that I have my colors, my color variable, the key here is you have to click this button right here, the ellipsis, and click run on start. This is going to set your variables. So I'll just show you real quick. Let me delete these. So notice if I were to go, kill this, to view variables, I don't have any variables yet. Okay. So if I paste my variables in, okay, these are the ones I just cut out. I go to view variables. Notice that the variables are here, but there's no value associated with them. So I have my variables in, but there's no value. So what you have to do is you have to go to this ellipsis on app and click run on start. That's going to set your variables. So notice if we go back into variables, they now have the RGB color, and my var user has my email in it because I set that up for something else. All right. So here's the fun part, right? So check this out. If I select this header, and instead of fill, this time I'm going to use var header. Okay, var header. And for this background, it's already there. Use background green. Okay, that's that light color. I'm going to make these gallery. That looks driving me crazy. Hold on 1 second. So I got to make these white so I can see, you guys can see it a little bit better. All right. Now that my boxes are white, you can see a little bit better. Notice my background changed that color, right? And if we go over here to screen 2, we're going to change this, the fill property. We're going to change that to our variable header green. Once again, you can use the tab key. I'm being lazy. Change our background color to background. Okay, so now here's the thing, right? If I were to go back to my app, and I'm just going to change a number. Let's change this to 294. Okay, once again, click run on start. We should see, notice that the color changed, right? I'm going to do it to the header too. and change that 91 to, let's say, 165. Okay, we're going to click Run on Start. And notice that it's changed the color. But it's changed the color across the whole platform. Notice that the colors change, right? I didn't have to go back and change the second screen. Once I changed it on here because the variables were set, we didn't have to worry about it. So that's a quick way to use variables to kind of set your color palette across your app, and then not have to, if you decide to change it later, you don't have to go back and change all the different colors. It's already referenced for you. So that's pretty much what I have for you guys today. I want to thank you for joining us. I mean, joining me. By us, I mean us at Pragmatic Works. You can check out free training. We got a 7-day trial, pragmaticworkstraining.com. And we got app in a day, dashboard in a day, analytics in a day. So go check it out. Thanks, guys.